What's up guys, we are back yet again with another video covering the day before. If you're not new to the channel, then you know I've made previous videos on this game in the past, but if this is your first time here on the channel, I recommend going back and checking out those videos as well if you want to be all caught up on everything that has been going on, as I myself am really excited about this game and trying to hold off my expectations on it. But every single time we get a new gameplay trailer, I just can't help it. But as always, before we get into it, make that like button blue and subscribe if you're new. The gameplay trailers they released before have been these short, almost little snippets, but this one is a full-blown 13 minutes, which was a pleasant surprise as I was skeptical if we'd ever get a gameplay trailer this long. So it's going to be playing in the background and I'm going to break down some of the things I've noticed, and I will also leave a link to the actual trailer in the description if you'd like to check it out yourself. First thing, right off the bat, again, visuals look amazing. The scenery surrounding the characters looks really good, and they come in driving vehicles. Now these were already confirmed in previous videos, but in this trailer they're shown off a little more in depth. As you can see when they're driving the vehicle, showing off the springs and shock system, and then later on, yet again shown when driving through mud, the vehicle slows down. Which I really like when games like this add that type of realistic touch to it, and eventually two tires on the left side or driver's side pop and they have to pull over at a nearby gas station. While we've seen vehicles before, we haven't seen the transition from getting in and out of them. But here you can see them getting out of the vehicle and pulling out binoculars to scope out the area. You can also see the co-op aspect, where he's clearly with another player who has a helmet on, while the main character we're following in the trailer only has a hat. So you can assume the other player has found and looted that helmet throughout his journey, while you are still looking for one. And also while getting out of the vehicle, you can see the temperature gauge start to drop. So not having the appropriate gear can affect you, whether that is simply just a jacket to throw on over top, or more than that, we don't know, but you can clearly see what he has on isn't quite sufficient for the conditions he is in. While going off to loot an abandoned vehicle, we see a zombie come out, and while we already knew this to be a factor, but again, just showcasing that you need to be careful when looting an area because you never know when or where they will be and could pop up at any time. Also, while looting, we finally get somewhat of a visual of the inventory system. Things that are worth pointing out that we still don't know are, in the inventory you can see the secondary being a pistol. Does it always have to remain a pistol, or can you have two ARs or an AR and a sniper rifle? There's only one armor slot. So will the gear themselves have statistics letting us know if this piece of armor is better than this piece? Or is it just a simple one piece, either you have armor or you don't? Along with that, you can see the inventory allows for 45 items. Does that change with the size of your backpack? Are backpacks a one size thing, or can different backpacks hold different amounts? Just a few questions like those we still don't know about, but you can get a good feel for it a little more than we've previously seen. Afterwards, they open up the crafting menu, and inside of it you see a few different items. But one that caught my eye was this bear trap looking item, where it left me wondering, is that used on players to prevent zombies from getting in a room while you're doing something that may have you busy for a while? Or are there indeed animals in this game as well? And you can use that to trap them and maybe get resources such as skin or meat for eating. And maybe I'm thinking about it too much and it's just a weapon for other players, but that's just something that caught my eye. You then see them repairing the vehicle, going to each tire and inflating them so you're able to drive the vehicle again with no problem. They drive down the road a little bit, and later pull up to a barn and going through a cornfield. I thought it was high enough where if you crouch down you could hide from other players and pop up on them when they least expect it, so they never see it coming, and that's really cool to me. If more areas are like this, it's just another way that while searching an area for materials, you never know what's hiding and waiting for you, so you need to be on your toes at all times. When they make their way into the house, you see mannequins all throughout for who knows what, maybe nothing more than just to keep the player alert, or maybe something else for some other reason we don't know yet. But nonetheless, they come across an alarm system. Now this to me is really cool. You can see that certain numbers on the alarm system look like they've been used multiple times, with the numbers almost faded off in a way, letting the player know that it is some form or variation of these specific numbers, and it's up to you to get it right. Now, are there maybe places to loot somewhere around the house or outside that would be some form of document or note giving you the exact numbers for the code? Or is it really just a guessing game where you have around 16 or so options that it could be, and you better hope you get lucky and put them in the right order? Either way, it's a fun way of looting a house that I don't believe I've seen done before in any game, so that's always a plus. But after getting the numbers wrong and setting off the alarm, zombies of course start to come in, they take them out, and continue to loot the house. While upstairs, they look out the window and notice two cars pulling up with what seems to be armor on the windshields. So does this mean we will be able to upgrade the vehicles? Or did they loot them already like that? Maybe showing some cars try to prepare for this outbreak and were unsuccessful, leaving behind these specific cars. Either way, the cop car that pulls up has the lights going off. Now I've heard someone else reference this, which would be pretty cool if it is the case. But what if when the alarm was set off, some form of alert system goes out to any and all players who have looted a cop car, albeit maybe the closest one, or to all of them in general, but letting them know that an alarm system has gone off here, and that would in turn let them know other players could possibly be at this specific location. Or are they simply just trolling and pulling up with the lights on just because they have a cop car? When the players are leaving the house, you can see the others who pulled up in the vehicles almost moving cautiously, slowly, walking in, aiming down sights as if they knew someone was in there. Or were they just approaching the house with caution because that's what everyone should do in the game regardless? If there is in fact some sort of alert system sent out on dispatches that tipped off those who looted police cars, that would be really fucking cool. But then again, it could just be thinking about it too much, and I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. Just a cool feature I heard that I thought would be amazing if it were to be the case. After getting away, they're seen using a key card to enter a bunker with 205 written on the side, in which they looted that specific key card earlier on in the trailer. So are these bunkers sort of all over the map and have a ton of great loot and resources, or do they lead to something else bigger? As the trailer ends with them walking down the stairs, while you can clearly hear a female crying, which who knows what that could possibly be waiting for them in the dark. As I mentioned before, I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check out the trailer with the sound and everything like that. Man, I hate to say it, I'm pretty much sold. If this game is what we're seeing in this 13-minute trailer and more, I'm pretty sold on this game and loving everything about it. We still need more information on the base aspect and what the overall point of the game is, or aside from going here and looting there, why? Why do that for a length of time? There has to be some reason, whether it be a storyline mission or to constantly upgrade your camp, something. There's got to be a reason for doing all of it, and that remains to be seen. Other than those two factors, we've seen all we needed to see at this point, and I cannot wait for this game to release, which as of yet, still no official release date, so I'm definitely going to keep my eye on this, and whenever something else comes up, I will let you guys know. But that about wraps this one up. Let me know down below, are you satisfied with the 13-minute trailer? Is it what you were expecting? Did it leave you wanting more? Or are you actually totally turned off by the game now? If you're still here, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to hear what I have to say. Drop a like on the video, subscribe for more gaming content like this, and I will hopefully catch you all in the next one.